In February 2009, the Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan, praised this stimulus bill for including, and I want to show it to you so you know that it's not a conspiracy theory. I'll show you the exact quote. This is what he's praising here. From the stimulus bill, the $5 billion in the American Recovery and Investment Act, which states $5 billion shall be available for education finance incentive grants, section blah, 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 of the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. Okay, got it? Now, Duncan described this one line as absolutely historic opportunity, and oh, it was. You and I would actually call this bribery. Race to the top gave the federal government billions of dollars to dangle in front of cash-starved local schools and saying, look, you know what, you're going to need to hire new teachers, right? All you have to do is just do a couple of things for us. Time of weakness and vulnerability, people signed up. Sign up. You can get all of this money. We'll help you do everything you want. And they signed. Now, of course, there's some strings attached. One of those strings was a provision that encouraged the bribed states to develop data systems for collecting large amounts of information on public school children. Oh, this one is harmless. If you don't recognize what the machine is, it's harmless. Remember I said they are building a machine? I don't know what it is, but they're building a machine right here. In the stimulus package, the state will establish a longitudinal data system that includes the elements described in Section 6014, blah, 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 the American Competes Act. What is that? I don't know. I have no idea what that is. No, it's just another piece to the machine. What is that? Well, Race to the Top, their executive summary, which is right here, the executive summary, has the use of data systems in it, right here. Data systems to support instruction, implementing a statewide longitudinal data system, and where are the pictures of it? I think the pictures of it, I think, are in this one. So, 4 years after the stimulus bill is passed, we have a system here that we don't even know what it is because you don't have this one yet. This just came out. All 50 states either maintain or are capable of maintaining extensive databases on public schools. Now, these databases will track all kinds of personal information, including, now this I want to show you, this is the Promoting Grit, and this is coming from the Office of Educational Technology, the U.S. Department of Education. See it right here at the bottom, U.S. Department of Education. This just came out, I think, in February, right? Is that right? I don't have the date on it, but it just came out. February 14th, 2013, so it just came out after the election. Now, it includes right here MRI machines for the classroom. What? MRI machines? But it also goes on to talk about we're going to be collecting health histories, income information, how much does each family make, voting status for the family, blood types, blood test results, homework completion, hair color, eye color, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, also whether your kid was premature at birth or not, if they have any birthmarks, even bus stop arrival times. Oh, man, this is actually all the stuff that they can collect on your kid. Where would you store all this stuff, really? Oh, yeah, that's right. They're building that huge data storage facility in Utah. This is the company, one of the companies that are collecting data on your kids in school, and these are the things that they can collect on your kid legally. Now, you might say, it's against the law. You can't just take information about my kid and sell it to some corporation. Oh no, yeah, they can. Because they've bypassed Congress. They've basically rewritten federal privacy statutes. This is the groundwork for a national student database that will track your kid's personal information from preschool, and they say it will end at the age of 20. Now, at the time this bill was debated, I warned people, I warned the states, do not take the stimulus money. Watch.
And the best thing we can do is take control and push the government back, the federal government, and empower ourselves at the state level. But I'll tell you, they know, the federal government knows, and anybody who takes this stimulus money, you're going to have a hard time backing out of things, because that's one of the arguments that's going to be used. Well, wait a minute, hang on just a second. You just took all this stimulus money.
Okay,
now you're telling me that the federal regulations don't last?
I don't own the rights to my shows at Fox. I wish I did, but I don't. I know we talked about this stuff over and over and over again. The 1,073 pages of the Stimulus Act that was written by Van Jones and the Apollo Alliance, the Tides Foundation. It was never about saving or creating jobs. It was a ruse. It was never about, we got to pass this stuff because the economy is going to collapse. It was a radical, progressive agenda. And when I say progressive, there are liberals, and you'll meet one today, that voted for Barack Obama, thought I was a conspiracy theorist until he found this. Doesn't really want to be on this show. We don't agree. This is not a radical left agenda. This is a radical progressive agenda. I told you, warned, watch out for Tides, the unions, and anyone in the president's inner circle, like the corporations, including GE. More on their involvement on this in a second. But the inner circle wants the end of the capitalist system as we know it. Now, I know that sounds like crazy talk, but back when this desk was occupied by a guy in a wheelchair, FDR, there was another guy named Stuart Chase. Stuart Chase was big. He's a big progressive, and in his book that was printed in the 1940s is The Road We Are Traveling. The president has used quotes in speeches from this book. And he talks about business back as usual, question mark, in chapter 4, free enterprise into X. He said the free enterprise system, once we get out of this war, we're going to have to change a few things, and we're going to change capitalism, the free enterprise system, into, he said, I don't want to call it communism or statism. I don't want to call it communism because it's not. It's something entirely different. He said, but it will appear this way. It will have a strong central government. Check. It will have a strong executive arm, in fact, stronger than the legislative or judicial branch. Done. Government control of banking, credit, and security. Done. Underwriting of food, housing, and medical. Done and done. Deficit spending to finance underwriting. Done. Abandoned goal for the managed currency. Done. Heavy taxation of estates and income of the wealthy. Done. Youth and people dedicated to government ideologies. This is where we're at tonight. Welcome to the new system X, the progressive future. You could call it state capitalism. And it is. We warned about this.